Every journey starts in the mind. You choose the direction every single day of where your thoughts take you. Here's the thing. Your thoughts aren't just random. They're signals. They shape your energy, whether it's pulling you into stress or pushing you toward growth. Every emotion, every decision, every reaction, they all come down to one simple question. Where are you directing your thoughts today? Psychologists call this cognitive direction. The idea that what we repeatedly think about determines the neural pathways we strengthen. So yes, your mind is literally designing the life you'll live right now. Today, we're diving into how to use your inner compass to create balance, resilience, and success in all 7 pillars of your life. Ready to take control? Let's get started. You are the one who decides, with your thoughts, which path to take. And with those same thoughts, you also decide what to carry along the way. Stress, frustration, fear, or awareness, calm, and purpose. When we attach negative meaning to our journey, the weight multiplies. But when we shift focus toward learning, growth, and improvement, that same journey becomes lighter. You ever notice how 2 people can go through the same situation and come out feeling completely different? Stanford researchers call it cognitive appraisal theory. But here's what it really means. It's not what happens to you that creates stress. It's how you see it. Your interpretation, the story you tell yourself, is what shapes how you feel. So if your journey feels heavy right now, maybe it's not the path. Maybe it's the lens. And the beautiful thing, you can change that lens anytime. In other words, how you think about your journey changes how you feel about your journey. So ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about where I'm going? Improvement starts with knowing exactly where you are right now in all areas of your life. It's not about judgment. It's about awareness. Maybe you're someone who fears public speaking. That fear isn't weakness. It's the starting point of mastery. The moment you acknowledge where you are, you take your power back. This applies to all 7 pillars of life. Spiritual, personal values, health, relationships, contribution, growth, and financial. Once you see clearly where you are, you can begin to move with precision. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause and ask yourself, where am I really? Studies from the Journal of Applied Psychology show that people who regularly check in with themselves honestly tend to grow faster and stay on track longer. Because self-awareness isn't just reflection, it's direction. If you want to move forward with purpose, you have to know where you're starting from. Try this. List each of the 7 pillars and give yourself a score from 1 to 10. Awareness is your map. After awareness comes belief. You have to trust that you can move forward, even if you don't see the full path yet. Self-confidence isn't arrogance. It's self-trust. Bandura's theory of self-efficacy from Stanford shows that belief in your ability to achieve a goal is one of the strongest predictors of success across every domain of life. When you strengthen your belief system, you build momentum, and you stop being shaken by the noise around you. So, what's one area where you've succeeded before and can use that same belief again? Here's a hard truth. Rigidity kills growth. When you expect perfection, you quit too soon. But flexibility? That's how winners evolve. Every time something doesn't work, you reevaluate, adjust, and improve your action. That's not failure. That's feedback. Life doesn't always go as planned, and that's okay. What matters isn't whether everything works out perfectly. It's how you respond when it doesn't. A research from the Journal of Contextual Behavioral Science backs this up, showing that people who stay flexible, who adapt their strategy instead of giving up, experience greater life satisfaction and stronger performance over time. It's not about never falling. It's about learning to pivot, to adjust, and to keep moving forward no matter what. Remember this: if it's not working, I adjust, not abandon. Every new step brings fear. That fear is your brain trying to protect you from the unknown. But the difference between growth and stagnation is how you respond to that fear. When you pair focus, confidence, and purpose, fear loses its power. You stop running from it and start walking through it. According to research from the American Psychological Association, facing our fears, not just once, but over and over, actually rewires the brain. The amygdala, the part that sounds the alarm, starts to quiet down. With every step forward, fear loses its grip. Literally, you become stronger, calmer, and more in control. So next time fear shows up, say, "This is my brain protecting me. But I'm safe, so let's keep moving." Even if you haven't reached your goals yet, you're not starting from zero. Every experience, every setback, every lesson is part of your foundation. Your brain is learning, adapting, and expanding. That's neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to grow through repetition and experience. Neuroscientist Carol Dweck from Stanford University discovered something game-changing. It's called the growth mindset. Her research shows that when we believe our abilities can grow through effort, we don't just improve, we excel. In school, in business, even in our health, success follows belief. Because mindset isn't just how you think, it's how you rise. Say it. I'm not starting over. I'm starting from experience. Your beliefs form an internal image of who you are. That image directs your actions, and those actions shape your outcomes. If your inner dialogue says "I can't," your brain builds evidence to prove it. But if it says "I'm learning," your brain starts seeking opportunities instead of obstacles. You know those stories we tell ourselves? The ones that say we're not good enough or that we'll never change? Well, Studies from the Beck Institute show that when we start to shift those deep core beliefs, everything else begins to change too. Our actions, our habits, even how we handle emotions. It's not about being perfect. It's about learning to think differently so we can live differently. Take a moment. Think of one belief that's been holding you back. Maybe it's, I'm not good enough, or I always mess things up. Now, flip the script. Write down one empowering belief to replace it. Something like, I'm still learning, but I'm growing every day. I am capable, and I can figure this out. Your new story starts with one new belief. Write it. Say it. Start living it. You will always face external opinions, distractions, and negativity. But remember, people project their own experiences. They speak from their world, not yours. That's why protecting your mental environment is critical. Curate your inputs, your media, conversations, and daily thoughts. Because your environment either feeds your focus or fractures it. Ever notice how the people around us shape the way we think, act, and even feel? It's called the social contagion effect. And research from the Harvard Business Review found that our habits and mindsets are actually contagious. Positive or negative, they spread through our social circles. So, choose your circle wisely. Surround yourself with those who inspire, challenge, and uplift you, because the energy around you can either fuel your growth or hold you back. Audit your influences. Who lifts your mindset and who drains it? When your goals align with your values, you never lose purpose, even after achieving them. Because honestly, success without meaning feels empty. But success tied to contribution, growth, and purpose, that's fulfillment. And fulfillment fuels consistency. Research from the University of Wisconsin reveals something powerful about true happiness. It's not just about chasing success or pleasure. It's about pursuing goals that align with your values. When we focus on what truly matters to us, we not only find deeper satisfaction, but we also build emotional resilience. In other words, living with purpose doesn't just make life more meaningful, it makes us stronger through every challenge. So, here's the truth. Your thoughts are the compass. Your beliefs, they're the engine. Your flexibility, that's the steering wheel. And your awareness, that's the map. Start from where you are. Think with clarity. Act with direction. And little by little, your path becomes your purpose. Until next time, keep striving and stay inspired.